Alba, Sarmiento, and you are watching ABC News. Today, we are with incredible Marilyn Monroe.
Thank you so much for inviting me. It is a pleasure to be here.
It is a pleasure to have you here. Our purpose with this interview is to open people's eyes and let them see that she's not just a pretty girl without a brain.
Yes, I would love you to know the real Marilyn and not the Marilyn behind the screen.
Yeah, sure. Okay, let's start. How about your life before being famous?
Well, my childhood was not very easy. When I was born, my mom gave me for adoption because she didn't have resources and she suffered from mental problems. So I lived with a family until I was 7, and after that I lived in more than 11 different host families. When I was 8, I was raped by a friend of one of my families. It was not easy for me because I was 8 and my mom told me that it was my fault. And well, I also suffered many sexual abuses by one of my adoptive fathers.
Oh, that's extremely sad, and not many people know. Okay, tell us a little about your first marriage.
Okay, it is not very sad. I got married with my neighbor, John Daggerty, and I was so happy with him until I decided to divorce because of his absence.
Well, that is quite sad, but let's talk about your career. How did everything start?
While my husband was at work, I had to work in a munitions factory, and a photographer took photos of me because he wanted to make a documentary about women who worked in the civil campaign during the war. And that photographer told me to go to a model agency, and everything started there.
Wow, I didn't know that, and I bet that the rest of the people didn't know it either. How about your beginnings in the cinema?
Oh, I signed a contract with 20th Century Fox, and I learned a lot from Natasha Lytes. Thanks to that, I got a lot of roles in movies.
Well, you had an amazing teacher, and that is why you're amazing now.
Oh, thank you!
Well, I don't know if it is an inconvenience, and there is no problem if you don't want to ask it, but could you tell us a little about Joe DiMaggio?
Yes, sure. He was my husband, the only one who really loved me, or at least that's what people say. But things didn't go well because we divorced because of my scene with the white dress flying at the matter. Do you know that scene?
Yeah, sure. And what's a pity? Let's talk about something happy. Your biggest achievement. Your film producer. How and why you created it.
Oh yes! But first of all, it was not just my idea. My good friend, Milton Green, helped me a lot. I told him that I was not comfortable with Century Fox, and he proposed me to create my own film producer. And with his help, I created Marilyn Monroe's Productions.
Amazing! And your first film, Bus Stop, was nominated to the Globe Awards. How did it affect you?
Well, it was ecstatic. I couldn't believe it, but it was real, and that pushed me to continue fighting and working.
Yes, I can imagine how happy you were then. Unfortunately, this interview is arriving at the end. But we would like to remember one of your best moments on TV. Happy birthday, Mr. President!
Oh, yeah!
Although it originated many rumors with you and Kennedy. We won't talk about that. The only thing that we want you to do is to sing the song to us, please.
Oh, yeah, sure. It would be a pleasure. Shall I sing now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. President. Happy birthday to you.
Wow, incredible!
Thank you.
Okay, now everyone knows the real Marilyn Monroe, a woman who had to fight to reach her goals because her life wasn't rosy as everyone thought. Moreover, she was the first woman who owned a film producer, and she denounced the sexual abuses that she suffered to achieve a change in society.
Yes, that was exactly my purpose. I know that nowadays women are fighting against sexual violence, and hopefully one day we will achieve our purpose. I'm so glad because now you know that I'm not just a sex symbol. As I said once, it's nice to be part of people's fantasies, but I hate being treated as an object.
Yes, it's true. Well, Marilyn, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, it's been a pleasure.
And we hope to have you here soon. Goodbye, everybody, and see you tomorrow with more ABC News.